So hey y'all, I'm reporting live from, well, live but pre-recorded in New Orleans.
Greetings from California.
Right. Yeah, I was telling Alex, I'm at home right now and I'm trying to get some good lighting right now. I told him it was going to be an effing nightmare trying to film right now because, first of all, my mom doesn't have cable, but she's getting it. But this is the TV that she has. This is the TV.
Wow. And that's an antenna.
An antenna. I told her, Mom, we need to get you a flat screen. So I think we're going to get a flat screen today because this is unacceptable. And while I'm here, let me just give y'all a couple of a tour. So my mom loves to put this on the chimney that we have. This is my high school graduation photo. And she loves putting up these little trophies that I got in middle school. This is at my Catholic school. From 6th to 8th grade, the worst 3 years of my life. Worst. Anyway, I want to burn these trophies, but whatever. But I want to show you this. When is the last time you've seen this mouthwash?
I've never seen that.
This shit is like acid. I remember this. This is from the 80s and the early 90s. I was like, Dr. Tishner's, if you know, you know, y'all. I think we have some people in the chat that would recognize this. This is ridiculous.
Is that equivalent to tussin?
It is. Maybe castor oil.
Ooh, okay.
But yeah.
I've never had castor oil.
But it seems like I have time traveled right now. So I finished American Horror Story double feature. I gotta say, Ryan Murphy needs to be put in jail. Everybody involved needs to be put, electric chair. It was the worst season out of all of them. It was abhorrent. I really hated it. I really, really, really hated it.
The first part, I kind of thought, okay, interesting concept.
It was I.
The first 6 episodes. But man, I haven't seen the last 2. I know the finale was last night. I knew it was going to be stupid. When I saw the first one, I was just like, this ain't good. And then it's like, oh, we've got the pregnant everybody. I'm like, oh, this is getting worse.
I'm telling y'all, please do not waste y'all time. And if y'all thought it was connected, spoiler alert, they are not connected. They are not connected. So they wasted our time. I'm trying not to curse right now, but F Ryan Murphy. I'm very serious. If I see him on the street, it is on sight. I want my time back. 10 hours. 10 hours. Anyway, it was a waste of time, and I know, girl, Angelica Ross, you needed that check, but some things you just got to say no to. That was terrible. I thought, episode 8 was so good. I was like, okay, where's this going? I see episode 9 last week, and I'm like, they are nowhere near wrapping this story up. How are they going to finish this in one episode? They finished it, and yeah, I'm finished with Ryan Murphy. So I am done watching American Horror Story. You heard it here first. No more. I'm done. That was the last season ever.
It was that bad?
Yes.
I was getting my Beverly Hills review out, and I had been disappointed in the first 2 episodes of the second part of double feature, so I haven't been rushing to get to the rest of it. But I didn't know it was that bad.
I mean, you feel free to roast it. You can just combine 9 and 10 together in a review if you want, but what a supreme waste of my time.
Well, I think Beverly Hills was a bit of a waste of time too. They started strong, but ending it with the Hilton sisters crying, I was like, child, we didn't come here for this. We glad y'all speaking again. And it's real funny how when Kathy wanted to rebrand, all of a sudden she can pop on the show. Ain't talked to your butt in 10 years, called you a piece of dookie all your life. But now that she needs to rebrand and promote her businesses, she gonna hop on your little show. I don't trust them Hilton girls. Or actually the Richards girls. I don't trust none of them. Ain't none of them right.
Well, here's the thing. I just finished watching it like an hour ago. I didn't mind it. Andy was serving her quick fire questions. Like she was answering them too, but she was still lying. Like let's not get that confused. She was lying through her teeth. And then you see how her little minions was like, oh yeah. That's how I understand. I totally, yeah. You remember that? I was like, does anybody see what's going on here?
Like all of the core group, Dorit, Renna, and Kyle all came to Erica's defense. All of a sudden, he was this feeble coot. Oh yeah, Lois does that. They remember the older things. That's right, they do. My mother went through the same. I'm like, now, wait a minute. A few episodes ago, maybe about 10 episodes ago, y'all were saying, well, we were at dinner and I didn't notice anything and I didn't see anything and he was engaging, and they played the same clip. Now, they played the same clip earlier in the season, and that was to prove that he was fine and engaging. But now in the same clip, oh, he's telling old stories and it's the coot defense. I need y'all to make up your minds.
You see how they spun that?
A chop like a web. Spun it like a top. Spun it like it was, already Hanukkah and dreidel, I made you out of clay. That's how they was spinning that, because they was spinning it for the coin.
But as far as part two, like, I didn't mind it because the whole part two can be about Erica. It was like, okay, let's take a break. Let's get her off the hot seat and, like, focus on somebody else. Like, I get it, like, they had to take a break. They couldn't just make the whole thing about her.
Well, they've got to parcel it up. They've got to give us a little bit of Erica in each part to keep us watching.
On Twitter, someone sent me, they put Erica's stories about the car crash all together. There's 5 different versions. Like, you can go look at it on my feed, but yeah, I retweeted it. How anybody can say they believe her is comical.
And guess who else has come out in support of Erica Jane? Meghan McCain.
Well, she's one of our hot topics today, so we can get into that too. But what did that heifer say? What did Petunia Pig say? I'm sorry.
She said that she believes Erica Girardi. I'm like, which version do you believe? There are 5 different ones. So which adventure do you choose?
Of course, someone like her would believe Erica Jane.
I like that Erica at least said, I can't tell you how I was able to set myself up. I can't tell you when I was looking for legal counsel. That's at least honest. We can understand, okay, you're going through something right now, but the lies and all of this, we've got to make Tom look like a coot, and I can't say anything. And I wish she would just say, I'm afraid of the other lawyers coming after me, so I don't want to be a scapegoat and I don't want to be sued any more than I already am. But Andy saying, well, you could have left and you would have been entitled to half of everything. Do you not know who she's married to and all the judges that he had in his pocket? She always said, if I left, I'm leaving with nothing. It doesn't matter if we had a prenup. Tom would contest it and he would win.
Well, I did find it interesting that she said that she pays all her money to him. All she had was 2 credit cards to her name, and whatever Housewife check she got, which was $600,000, by the way, it was confirmed. You were right. She didn't make that much. $600K? I mean, that's all right, but for Beverly Hills, the people, I mean, you see the crazy rich Asians in Beverly Hills. They probably spend that like what, afternoon.
I mean, after taxes, if they paying them.
They're not.
Well, her money probably goes into some type of LLC, and that's what she meant by, oh, I give Tom all my paychecks. No, your paychecks aren't made out to Erica Jane. Your paychecks are made out to EJ Global, your LLC, because that way it's not taxed like it would be taxed as personal income. But still, $40,000 a month in glam. And even if you're not doing $40,000 a month, just what it costs to constantly get new clothes, get done up, car maintenance, the expense of living in that area. Because at least in the Beverly Hills franchise, they're not living out in, Sacramento. They're not living in Fresno. They actually live in the greater Beverly Hills area. Or it's Malibu, which is just as expensive. Or, Homely Hills, which is just as expensive. Or Bel Air, like Kathy Hilton, just as expensive.
So $40,000 a month, that's $480K. So it's pretty much her Housewives check after taxes.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. That's not even including her assistant, because she's got to have some type of assistant. Then she's got, I'm sure, a business manager. I'm sure she's got a lawyer. So there are other people, getting a little 10, 15, 20% off that check.
What else came on TV last night was something that you saw. I know your review was up for it, and it's those girls. Well, these girls. Queens. Tell me about it. Like, should I watch? Let us know, like, for the people who haven't.
So the music is very Empire.
ABC was promoting it like it was Empire.
I mean, like, the lettering looks similar. It's like a crossover between Empire and Star. It really, really is. And a dash of the encore.
Interesting. Okay. How's Brandy?
Brandy's excellent.
Okay, I know Brandy and Eve and Notori, like, they're seasoned actresses.
So, and it showed, like, they all work together. The chemistry with the group is amazing. It was a good first episode, well-paced, a bit predictable. It's been a bit predictable. There was one twist. Notori Naughton came out on the first episode.
Oh, I heard about that, yeah.
So I'm like, all right, okay. I'm here for this new lesbian love.
Okay, so you're in for the season.
I am in for the season. I think it's going to be good. Good is a strong word. I hope that it keeps going in the way that it's going. It was a strong opener, but I'm trying to catch up on Our Kind of People, and I thought that was going to be good. And we're already on episode 3, and I'm like, I'm getting a little bored. So I'm really hoping that they haven't oversaturated the genre with, it's like, okay, first we had Empire, then we had Star, now we've got this. I hope it's not like, we're kind of done with it.
Okay. I mean, I've been hearing that, like, it's been getting worse. Our Kind of People.
Yes, it's been getting worse. It started off strong, but they have too many plot lines going on.
Well, I'm really excited about Insecure. That's going to be this coming Sunday.
Oh, that's this Sunday.
Yep, October 24th.
Well,
I'll be reviewing it. It's going to be a hard Sunday, but I'm going to do it.
I'm going to review it. I'm not looking forward to it, but maybe she will surprise me this last season.
I can't wait. I really can't wait to hear what you have to say about the first episode.
I'm so happy it's over.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy it's over. I wish her well. I wish her luck. I wish that she writes something that I'll enjoy.
Okay, well, something y'all will enjoy. I'm going to promote myself. I just started my Patreon at the beginning of the week. It is patreon.com/cdiggy1. On there, thank you. On there, you see me completely unfiltered. I have Chris's Business. It is officially a show. I have the next episode coming on Saturday. But yeah, the first one's about my dating life. But there's other stuff on the Patreon too. It is $4. I thought long and hard about it. And that's basically $1 a week for 3 to 4 videos per week. So I think that's fair. And I'm just letting everybody know, if y'all interested, it's patreon.com/cdiggy1. Yeah.
Getting my Vanna on for my friend.
I'm excited.
I'm excited too. I can't wait to hear Chris's Business.
Oh yeah, the next one coming up is Chris After Dark, and it's gonna be some funny stories. That's all. Let's just say that.
funny stories about getting that leg up.
Maybe getting other people's legs up. But yeah, that's what it's going to be about. I mean, I'm unfiltered and I can say whatever the I want on there. Also,
Legs up.
oh yeah, I can't do it right now. I'm sore from the gym.
From the gym, y'all. From the gym.
The gym. So you're gonna have to come on. I know exactly what day you should come. We're gonna do a pop roast extra. Maybe we could do that.
Okay, I'm here for it.
Thanks. Okay, good. Let's just get into it. So I think 2 days ago, yeah, October 19th, the book came out. So this book is called Not All Diamonds and Rose.
And Rose. I was thinking about getting it. Should I get it? Is it worth it? Is it worth the read?
The tea. I'm going to read y'all an excerpt too. So what's really easy, y'all, you don't even need the hard copy of the book. Me, a New Yorker, I'm always on the go. I don't feel like, opening the damn book. People being nosy asking what you're reading because people on the subway, you just never know. I know you're like, what's a subway?
Oh, God, I forgot all about them.
But yeah, so I bought it on Google Play, and it's an ebook. And it was $14.99, but there's a special right now, Google Play, where they give you $4 off your first purchase. So it was like $11 for me. So I really recommend y'all that y'all get it because there is some tea, especially if you are a long Housewives fan. Now, I just got on the Atlanta chapter. I just finished New York. Oh my God. I know, you look it up. But yes, I'm going to read you an excerpt because if it wasn't for Jill Zarin, she basically made New York happen. And they kicked her ass off when she became like a monster on set. Her and Andy was telling the tea too. They interviewed all these housewives. Oh, by the way, y'all, the chapters are broken up by franchise. So we have all of them. Like DC is on there too. And then the Potomac one, I have not gotten on that, but yes, they interviewed Monique and Candace. Candace says she went off on Andy in person.
Candace, you can't go off on somebody that don't care about you.
That part.
I'm sure he stood there just looking at her, nodding his head like he was taking her order at Burger King.
So this is a short one. This is in the New York chapter, and they're just interviewing people, and they put one interview after the other to make a complete story. So this is the season where Jill was not asked to return. So this is Jill Zarin. Even now, I don't understand why Bravo never asked me to come back full time. All the girls are still friends with me. Luann wants me back. Sonia wants me back. Dorinda wanted me back. The only person who didn't want me was Ramona, and that's only because she's afraid of me. But that's what would make the show good. Everybody would watch. Then Ramona said, Jill's still desperate to get on the show. I mean, the show was her life. She's not fulfilled in her life. Bethany, I believe, is fulfilled in her life. Luann is fulfilled in her life. I'm fulfilled in my life. Jill, there's something missing. And then Jill said, it just doesn't make sense to me. Maybe it's my ego and maybe everyone gets this, but I get thousands of messages every day. Please come back. We miss you. Why won't they have me back? I wish I knew the truth. Not the party line, but the truth. Ramona is such a mean bitch in this book. Like, she went after everybody on the cast. And Sonia is hilarious. Sonia was just like, she didn't care. She was just like telling everything. So great read, y'all. Everyone's talking about it. Even Beverly Hills Tea, they're saying that Lisa Vanderpump, she did leak the Puppygate story. That's a whole big thing now too.
And that was their sorriest season. It's like we all knew that she leaked it, and that's why her and Kyle fell out, because Kyle was like, I'm not going to take the blame for leaking this story when we all know you're the puppet master. Now, Lisa, if you tried minding your business, that would have been an interesting character pivot.
Did you watch the season with Carol Radziwill?
I saw a couple of them.
So she called out Andy yesterday because of what Andy said on the book. So Andy in the book, he was like, because after that season when he was all up Bethany's ass, and he was pretty much on Bethany's side. He was mad at her for like kind of trashing the show and was saying that she was angry in the book. And he said that she changed. Carol's post basically implied that she was leaving a really toxic situation. It really rubbed me the wrong way because I really felt like I had changed her life. So Carol said, just another man telling a woman she ought to be more grateful. Housewives changed Andy Cohen's life, not mine. And Bravo built a $100 million franchise off the backs of women. Let's not get it twisted. I'm on Carol's side personally because Carol was already established. She's a Peabody Award winner. She's an Emmy winner. She married royalty, American royalty, and had money already. Andy kind of made it seem like she should be more grateful. You know how Andy Cohen is with the housewives. He want to make them know, like, I'm still the head person in charge. Don't forget that.
I think that he was just saying she changed and maybe the fame went to her head. But if she was so established, then she wouldn't have needed this show. She wouldn't have needed to be on an ensemble cast. She would have had her own franchise.
Well, in the book, she said Andy Cohen and her, like, they were in the same friend circle. And Andy Cohen asked her to be on the show. She came on like a social experiment, but then she did admit that she did get sucked in of like the toxicity of the show.
So then she admits to changing. So Andy was right. And also, when a pimp comes up to you on the street and asks you, do you want to be a hoe? You can always say no.
Damn, that's a good analogy. Wow, okay. I didn't think of it like that, but.
I mean, you've got all this money. You don't need the show, right? Well, then, you've got a Peabody Award. You're a serious writer. You're a true author, a journalist. So then what are you doing slumming it with these people? You wanted what he had to offer, plain and simple, and it wasn't something you could give yourself.
I think it did give fame and notoriety aside from like the money, but there were some of the housewives who needed the money and auditioned for the show plenty of times.
And also, Bethany said all them girls need that check and would not be living how they're living without that check. And Carol, they say she has money. I don't think she has that much money.
She does.
Let's look up her net worth, because just because you marry into royalty don't mean you get that money is in trust. Oh, 50 million, not bad.
Yeah, I think she was like the richest on the show at the time. Well, there was Heather too. Her net worth was crazy. So speaking of that, in New York, we have a story about Ebony K. Williams. So there was that party celebrating the book, and a bunch of housewives came. So allegedly, the Real Housewives of New York stars Luann, Ramona, and Leah are still bitter about being held accountable for their microaggressions on national TV. They said that, they made a pact that if Ebony came, they would all leave. And they all left the party allegedly when she walked through the door. I hope that's not true for Leah. They said
I honestly, I don't see that being true for Leah. The other two, maybe, but I feel like they would be trying to save face at this point. I don't think them walking out of a party would serve them in any purpose. I figure they'd just be like, oh, hey, let's take a photo and keep it moving.
They didn't even take a photo together, though. That's the thing. But Dorinda was still there. Candace was there. She has a photo with Candace.
I think they just happened to be leaving while she was showing up. How long were they there before they left? It might have been okay, girl, let's go real quick, take a little photo op, and then go out for dinner.
Well, it's according to page 6. So yeah, take it with a salt of grain.
A salt of grain.
But yeah, Luann, Leah, and Ramona had a pact that as soon as Ebony showed up, they would leave. Our insiders share. When Ebony entered from the right, they were all on the left and exited, which they said she was unbothered by it. They said they still blame her for the ratings decline. The infighting in New York is still happening. They said Ebony spent the night unbothered by the castmates' dramatic departures, with our eyewitness saying that she had a ball at the party. And then she finally met Dorinda, and they danced the night away, according to this article.
I feel like that article is trying to make something out of nothing. How would they know all of this information? And why would Leah be in on this? Leah don't even rock with those other girls like that.
But it is weird they were at the same party and they didn't take a picture together.
I think they went early to just take a photo and Ebony went to hang out. So they hit the step and repeat and then left while Ebony actually went into the party.
I mean, Leah, well, you know what? She doesn't drink anymore. So, yeah, maybe she just came and dipped. I don't know. But, I had to ask my sources, but they didn't get back to me. So I was like, you know anything about this?
And I don't think that Leah would be upset with Ebony for the decline in ratings. As much as Leah was Ebony's storyline, I don't see that.
Well, I know Leah wants to come back next season because the way she was hanging with Tinsley, like, they were like a twosome again. Because I was like, wait a minute, wasn't Ebony your friend? Like, she's trying to get back on the show next season. I know it.
Is Ebony coming back next season?
Ugh. I mean, I think she deserves another chance to be with a cast that's like, not as I'm trying not to say racist. A cast that's younger, a cast that is has more diversity,
that's more aware,
more culturally aware.
Because in Beverly Hills, we noticed like Garcelle has come on and they have had conversations about race, but it wasn't like the teeth pulling that it was in New York. It wasn't as cringy and as just awfully awkward as it was in New York. There were definitely tense moments. It was just more, the Beverly Hills ladies did it better.
I think they're more liberal than the Housewives of New York. The conversation on Beverly Hills kind of reminded me of the conversations I had with my white friends. It was uncomfortable for all parties, but there was listening and understanding. There wasn't somebody like Ramona interrupting me and telling me about her plight, her privileged ass plight. Like they were listening to the Black woman. So yeah. Let's pivot to some, I want to say news, but let's pivot to some other news that I found off the Shade Room. So remember we covered this story about this girl, Yaya Mayweather?
Yes.
So
that was on my list too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this was, she is now facing 20 years for her stunt that she pulled. Like she stabbed what is this boy's name? NBA YoungBoy's baby mama.
Mm-hmm.
Like stabbed her. Over what?
Over NBA YoungBoy.
Wow. She lucky she had the dad she had because she would currently be in jail right now. Back in April 2020, shocking news surfaced that Yaya had been arrested after stabbing one of YoungBoy's exes and a mother of one of his children in the arm. She has detailed the severity of her injuries, often taken to social media to speak about her physical rehabilitation. It's an uphill battle for her because, let's see, she's facing 20 years behind bars if she's convicted for it.
20 years over an NBA YoungBoy? 20 years? You ain't gonna be with him for 20 years. You wasn't even with him for 20 months. Crazy. He probably didn't even fuck you for 20 full minutes.
Just how you have access to like all this wealth, all this generational wealth, and you just fuck it over for some guy with what, multiple baby mamas probably?
Mm-hmm. And he's not even claiming her.
A mess, like stabbed her in the arm. What did she think was gonna happen? Did she not see how like previous assault cases before her, like DeBrat, who hit a girl over the head with a liquor bottle?
And is still paying for it today.
Right, like, I mean, we hear it in the songs, and it may sound fun, ladies, like I don't fight, I don't argue. I just hit that bitch with a
bottle.
Right, like,
God, that takes me back. Oh,
throw them bowls, like, yeah. Brooke
it's about to be a girl fight? Ladies, no, these men are not worth it. They are not worth it. The legal fees and the jail time, and she gonna lose all the good years when she should be out having fun on her daddy's boat. But I blame Floyd because Floyd never taught her how a woman should be treated because of how he treated her own mother. Floyd is a piece of shit. So I blame him for not giving his daughter the guidance she clearly needed.
Right. I agree.
At 20, I'm still watching your ass, making sure you ain't doing nothing stupid like this. And I'm Floyd Mayweather. It would be my job to scare away all the NBA young boys with one punch. I would have knocked that fool clean off the boat. I'm sorry, too many initials. You got to go. The second I heard any lip, pow.
I just don't think people realize how, like, you can get into some serious legal detriment if you assault somebody, Like, I'm too grown to be fighting. Like, I'll fight in self-defense, but I'm not about to run up on somebody. I'm just not.
Not over no fool, anyway.
Right. Sorry to that woman. Alicia Keys says in an interview recently that she forgives Lil Mama.
Alicia Keys, you might be able to apologize to Lil Mama now, but until you give Mashonda back the life that you stole from her, she's not giving you back your vocals, okay? So apologizing to Lil Mama ain't gonna do, we don't even remember that. We surprised you remember that. We're still focusing on you stealing Swiss Beats from Mashonda. That's what we remember. We ain't caring about no Lil Mama running up on your stage. We don't care. That song is damn near 20 years old. Ain't nobody watching the Sex and the City movie anymore. Yeah, New York, blah, blah, blah. Talk about stealing that man from Mashonda, because now y'all want to pretend that you happily co-parenting, and we know you ain't. Because I went back and watched the first season of Love and Hip Hop when she was walking around that dilapidated mansion that Swiss told her to live in. Let's talk about that. Let's go back to then. Since you want to go back in time, let's go back in time to something actually relevant, something that we actually care about. We don't give a shit about that Lil Mama thing. Lil Mama don't even care about Lil Mama no more. She has gone on and become an actress. You could catch her on BET Plus, and I'm happy for her. She seems really happy acting. I'm glad she's found her niche. Leave that girl alone.
I didn't know she was on BET Plus.
Or All Black. I think she's actually on both because they've got like a lot of movies and stuff. I see when I'm scrolling through like TikTok or Instagram, I always see like commercials for little shows that she's in.
Okay, but first, allegedly,
Mashonda, her stealing the husband from Mashonda, that should be first.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Well, first, I mean, because I have secondhand knowledge on this because, someone I know is friends with Mashonda. And they said that, it's all true. Alicia was creeping. I think I told you this tea before. Like, it's all true. Like, Mashonda had a chip on her shoulder, but allegedly now they are good. They are good. That's what I'm saying. But she was, she was mad at first.
And then Swiss got another baby mama that was mad and kept referring to Alicia as the step parent. The step parent gave my child a phone, and the step parent. I was like, oh, that was like maybe a year ago. But I just love that they kept saying step parent, step parent.
Well, this is what Alicia Keys said about the incident involving Lil Mama, because it was such an iconic moment just to laugh at. So she said, of course, I forgave her. Listen, to this day, I truly never knew she was even on the stage. That's the craziest part of the whole thing for me. I was on that stage. Jay was in the middle. She was on the other side of Jay, and I never saw her. Never. She added, so that was wild to me, but I absolutely, it's not even a statement that was then. She's from New York too. I think she really felt the energy of the record, and she loved it, and she couldn't hold herself back. And she was like, look, this is what my music does to people. What can we say? And I'll give it to her. Like, I think if it wasn't for Little Mama, like crashing the stage, we wouldn't be talking about it. That's what made the moment iconic, was this clown coming on stage, ruining the moment.
Oh my God. Jay-Z giving her that leg tap. That was iconic.
And Beyonce trying to grab her arm. Like, she's smiling too, like, because she
was like, oh my God, what are you doing?
She doesn't break characters, like
And I mean, how do you, I will say, how do you, when Beyonce grabs your arm, how do you not be like, oh my God, Beyonce is actually, wait, hold on. What is it, Queen? Like, really? Like, you're going to miss a hug from Beyonce?
Drugs. The drugs. She was on something clearly. Clearly. You saw what Kanye was on when he went on stage with Taylor. That happened the same night. I think that happened the same night, didn't it? If I'm correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. No, because Beyonce was wearing that red dress, right? Remember? Well, fact checkers in the comments, let me know. Was that the same year when Kanye rushed the stage too?
It might have been the same year, different award show.
But both of those instances involved Beyonce, and she was in the front row for it.
That's why she stopped showing up to shit.
That's probably why.
She's like, look, I'm tired of having to be y'all's freaking security.
Kourtney Kardashian, you know, she's engaged now to Travis Barker. Do we care?
No.
I don't care at all. Allegedly, Scott Disick is like, you know, he's going crazy over it. Like, you know, this man who's dating an 18-year-old is crazy about his, not even ex-wife, his baby mama of 3 of his kids getting remarried. Why is he like going into a spiral?
Not remarried, married for the first time.
Right. That Kardashian snatch, it snatches you up. I don't know what's in it, what's in the pussy, but it really be having a hold on these men.
No, it don't, because they lose them fast as they get them.
That's true. But, you know, Kourtney, she never went after, like, you know, the black men. She stayed in her lane.
She got with Scott early, and then they was just on again, off again, on again, off again. And now she's finally with somebody else. So good for her.
Yeah. I mean, they both have kids already, so they don't need that. They just happy and together. I mean, good for them. I don't care. But, you know, it made headlines. So I was just like, okay, let's talk about it.
I saw the headlines and I was just like, oh God, here we go with another engagement special.
It's going to be on the new Hulu show.
So this is full free press and promo.
Indeed, indeed. You know, like about Dr. Dre's divorce and how much media attention that got. Well, I guess somebody told us how Dr. Dre was served. And he allegedly was, well, no, he was served at his grandmother's funeral. Listen to this story. So a process server tried to serve Dr. Dre divorce papers at the worst imaginable time, at his grandmother's funeral, according to TMZ. Some people say that he was served next to the casket at the burial site, but they said he was served in the parking lot after the funeral, which is decidedly less tacky, but still pretty tacky. They said, is this funny? This is kind of funny to me.
I am blown away.
Dre reportedly wouldn't take the documents by hand, as a result, prompting the server to either leave them at the grave site or in the parking lot. I'm just imagining him not refusing to take the papers, and the papers are all over the cemetery. That's my mental note of this right now. Oh, but yeah, according to the TMZ, the papers contain the judge's final orders regarding the payment for Nicole's lawyer's fees. The two parties had apparently disagreed. I'm sorry. Well, they both agreed on just how much Dre owed. And he owed $325,000 that he said he already paid the full balance. However, the judge apparently agreed with Nicole's side that Dre owed $1.5 million.
You know how difficult it is running your small business, and time is money. So we don't have time to go to the post office. Stamps.com makes it easy to mail and ship right from home. Save time and money with Stamps.com. You can send packages, letters at great discounted rates from USPS, UPS, and more. Since '98, Stamps.com has been an amazing service to over 1 million businesses. It brings the services of the USPS and UPS right to the home. Whether you're sending invoices, sending things from your Etsy shop, or you're dealing with warehouse orders like Rob Dixon, Stamps.com will make your life and your shipping easier. All you need is a computer and a printer. No special supplies, no odd scales. Within minutes, you're up and running, sending packages, sending letters, anywhere you want, anytime. You'll get exclusive discounts on postage from USPS and UPS. When mail is ready, you can schedule a pickup or you can drop it off. No traffic, no lines. Cut the confusion and the time-consuming issues out of shipping with Stamps.com.
So save time and money with Stamps.com. It's definitely helped us. There's no risk, and with our promo code ROAST, you get a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in ROAST. That's Stamps.com, promo code ROAST. Stamps.com. Never go to the post office again. Those servers, like they will hand you papers at the most unreasonable time. You could be either in the bathroom, they'll put it right over the stall.
Over the stall?
No, I'm just saying, like, they go at extreme lengths, like you get served.
I would say pulling up on a funeral that is taking your life into your own hands. If there was ever a time that was not the time, it's then. And I feel like this, if somebody pops your ass or runs your ass over, I would love to be the judge because I'd say, I'm sorry, you knew that was a funeral. Case dismissed.
It is pretty tacky. I mean,
it's beyond tacky. And also it's when somebody might not be in their right mind. So if you really want to approach somebody at that frenzied level of grief, good luck. Good luck. I just hope you get what's coming to you.
I wonder how much they get paid to like do stuff like that, because it can't be worth it.
I feel like they must get some type of enjoyment out of it. Because if you pulling up at somebody's funeral, and the thing is, that's the whole family. That's the whole family. So they might not get you, but one of them cousins with nothing to lose, they might meet you where you at. They might be like, oh, you like to start shit? So do I.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, and it is Dr. Dre too, so.
I mean, really, you was brave. You were a brave little toaster for that one.
Right, because, I heard he be whipping people's ass in the day, especially women, so I don't know what would stop him from beating a server's ass.
Or hiring someone to do it.
Right.
That's like, I don't know if I'm going to pick with somebody that much richer than me, where it's like, oh, okay, I got your number, hussy. I got your number. And you were the official server, right? So I can subpoena your records. So I got your name, I got your place of employment, and I have more than enough money to make your life a living hell. I wouldn't mess with that. I wouldn't, I don't mess with people more powerful than me. I leave them alone. I'm going to wish him well. I'm going to wish him well.
So, have you heard this story? A lot of people are giving it attention, and it's the guy who plays Eddie Winslow. He's with Sydney Starr now, and everyone's making this huge deal out of it.
Okay. I am sick of Sydney Starr always having to be with some heterosexual man to get notoriety. Like, Sydney, you was on Love and Hip Hop. You didn't pop. Like, I need you to come with some type of talent. If you're going to be a personality, then get on here and be an interesting personality and do interviews and whatnot. If you want to report hot gossip, report hot gossip. If you want to talk about, trans issues, talk about trans issues. But I need you to bring something to the table. Because you did this shit with Chingy and you fucked up his career. Now you and Eddie was taking pictures for some little project that you was in, and he played into it too. Yeah. And they both did that for a brief moment because who was talking about Eddie Winslow and Sydney Starr? Who? But child, this was the first time that 0 + 0 equaled attention.
Who?
Who?
Yeah, so I think they both loved the attention. He went on his social media and he was with the actress that played Harriet.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was just weird. He was like, while y'all discussing these rumors that aren't true, we eating as they're enjoying oxtails. I saw the video. Aunt Harriet, the original one, she looks good. She also chimed in and said they aren't true, okay? I'm just like, who cares? You know, like.
And also, you two got up here and took pictures like you was booed up, but then you want to say the rumors aren't true. You started the rumor.
Right. And I think that fascination over like a trans woman with a heterosexual man, like back in the day, probably that's like a scandal. But now, I mean, I particularly wouldn't raise an eyebrow at it. But I do think Sydney Starr is using that to play up to like for some attention.
Absolutely. They both planned and plotted and put these pictures out so that way they would both get some attention. And then when this little project comes out on whatever, on Zeus, then we're going to be like, oh, okay, that's what's going on. I just need Sydney to become a valuable part of the trans community and not a sideshow.
Right. Like, I feel like she willingly wants to be a sideshow.
And you have a bit of a platform, you might be able to do something with it. You could talk about the urban trans woman experience and get some other girls on there. But what you're doing now, trying to, ooh, look at me, I'm with straight men. And it's like, this is counterproductive. And it's very 1990s. We would expect that type of behavior in the 90s. But the truth is, that's not trans women. They want to let you know what they are up front. It's like, if you're into it, you're into it. They are not out here trying to catfish.
Right.
Because they ain't got no cat to go fishing with. They let you know.
Moving on. Speaking of Zeus, what do you think about Bobby Lytes versus Rolling Ray for the conversation? I thought you would have something to say about this, especially because I was confused. I didn't know they had beef. Like Rolling Ray and Santana had beef, but not Bobby Lytes.
Well, Rolling Ray and Santana, that wouldn't be beef. That would be more like an oxtail with those two. But Bobby and Rolling Ray have beef because Rolling Ray has beef with everybody walking. Wait, I didn't mean that how it sounded. It was just an expression, folks. Just an expression.
It was just an expression, I know. But Bobby Lytes was intentionally going after him being handicapped.
That's my issue with this. It is a battle of wits, but no one has any wits.
Right.
Like Bobby, the only way you made money during this is going on OnlyFans and showing your cervix for a quarter, literally. Sure. Rolling Ray, you're dumb as fuck too. Purr, girl, boom. That late Baltimore ass slang, ain't nobody interested in it. The shit we stopped saying in New York 10 years ago, you just picking up on now. And we ain't even gonna talk about your trifling ass styles. You look like a broke fool from Baltimore, and you always will. I'm sorry. That tired ass weave you had on with that Brown Street, honey, Remy Ma did that in 2004. I'm gonna need you to actually bring something new and unique to the table since you're all about your fashions, okay? Now you see, did I have to talk about his affliction? Absolutely not, because I can talk about your weak ass reads. That's what I can talk about. Neither one of them are intelligent enough to roast each other at anything more than a base level. When they let that fool get on the piano and he pulled up and started to say, Bobby will never be anything in his life. I'm like, you see, now K. Michelle was able to get on the piano and give us, Kirk has 3 earrings. What was that song?
I know, right? It was good too.
Oh, it was good. Rashida got bangs. The Georgia prune. Like, if you can get on the piano and do that, then it's funny. But baby, when you pecking at them keys, dun, dun, no, stay off the piano. If you can't make a regular joke, you sure can't make a musical one. And heifer, you know you can't carry a tune in a bucket. Again, all this going in, ain't nobody mentioned chair to first, but you do need to sit down. Okay, girl, You need to sit down.
They are both sideshows. They are.
And Bussy Lytes. Bussy Lytes. Girl, you need to worry about when you're getting your hole bleached again. That's what you need to focus on.
He is the thirstiest gay I have ever come into contact with. And then when I see him out, because I was in VIP in Atlanta. Oh my God, I actually saw him twice. Oh, like he just loves attention. That is someone that thrives on people looking at him. Why is he famous again?
Because he's Trina's cousin.
Hmm.
And he's light-skinned.
He's a buffoon. If there were gay minstrel shows, he would be like the head person in it.
Wait, I didn't know we were talking about Chasing Atlanta.
People are saying that who they want to see in the conversation is Kaya and T.S. Madison. Now that, I think, like what a lot of people said, would break the internet. I think I would love to see that conversation. How much can we pay them to make that happen? I think they would do it for the right amount of coin.
No.
You don't think so? I think T.S. Madison and Kaya would sit down for the right coin. If Ray J and Princess, because they're the executive producers, if they get the right amount of money, I think they can make it happen. Be honest, do you want to see that? I want to see it.
No, I don't want to see it. I am so glad things have calmed down from that era, and no, it wouldn't serve them. Kaya's doing her thing. Madison's doing her thing. I don't want Madison back in the bullshit. And it really brought the asshole and the shithead out in people. And I still remember them comments. So I'm like, people get way too ignorant.
I do think T.S. Madison is at, this level of her career, and Kai is still, in the muck. So maybe it wouldn't make sense. Maybe it wouldn't be beneficial to T.S. Madison's career, but I know Kaya would probably do it.
I think Kaya would do it. I think that was the whole issue, was Kaya wanted to keep things the way they were, and she didn't want to do the production deal. She didn't want things to change, and Madison did. So that, I think that was the issue that would continue to be the issue, where she's like, I don't want to be bothered. Now, I would say if we was talking maybe like 100,000 or so, maybe. But also, we'd have to pull up so much damn footage to even remember everything that went on. Like, that show ended before our show began, and we're going on season 4.
Yes, but I'll Call You Tomorrow Girl has become iconic,
I feel bad that some people don't know what that means now.
It did happen a long time ago. I feel like forever ago. They used to post every
5 years. It's probably been 5 years.
Yeah.
Since that iconic I'll Call You Tomorrow Girl. And that's when they was going to have Monique on. Yep.
Could you imagine how unprofessional that is?
Like, just all of it. And I can even understand, like, okay, we're having a moment, we're having a bad day, but then just the implosion the next day, and then like going from, okay, maybe we could just amicably end things, to, oh, now we're just attacking each other. And we're fighting for a year, and then people are going to court and all that bullshit. It just really got out of hand.
Next up, Meghan McCain is opening up about why she really quit The View and alleging the show is a toxic work environment. She says she quit the show because she felt her colleagues, including Whoopi and Joy, had mistreated her for having conservative views, all while she was suffering from postpartum anxiety. I don't give a fuck. Fuck that conservative, undercover racist, pork-faced bitch. She can get into her petunia pig shoes and walk the fuck out. I don't care.
And the thing is, we weren't talking about conservative issues. Most of the issues that they disagreed with you on were human rights issues.
Whatever.
And she always enjoys being willfully obtuse. And Heffa, you didn't quit, you were fired. You were fired. They didn't ask you back. They're allowing you to say you quit because it don't cost them no money. Like, you also don't cost them any money because you're off the payroll.
Right. But yeah, she has some type of new memoir coming out or whatever. So that's why she's been on TV lately.
you can go to the irrelevant section with Elizabeth Hasselbeck.
Exactly, to wherever she is doing now. Lastly, Wendy Williams' absence from her talk show will continue into November, and advertisers are reportedly unhappy. Now, this week, she had Leah Remini doing it for the week. Did you watch any of those shows? I definitely.
I don't even think Wendy Williams comes on out here.
She does, but it was Leah Remini and Michelle Visage from RuPaul's Drag Race.
How do you tell them apart?
Michelle's looking great these days. She got that rogue-looking gray streak in her hair. She's been looking good lately. This is the best she's ever looked. So you can tell them apart. I like Michelle Visage, but I want Wendy back in the chair. I'm not watching the Wendy Williams show with guest hosts. I'm sorry. Listen to this.
I think you need to give up wanting her back in that chair.
I'm optimistic. I really am. So next week is going to be Whitney Cummings. I don't know who that is, but I think she was in Two Broke Girls.
She also wrote it.
Oh, okay. Good for her. And then after that, the following week, it'll be hosted by Sherry Shepherd, and she will be the guest host for the first week of November. A week of Sherry Shepherd.
I'm gonna close the computer. Oh my. I'm sorry. What? No, this isn't fair. If she can host for a week, then we should be on the next week. I'm sorry. We're funnier than Sherry.
Yeah.
Sherry Shepherd by herself?
By herself.
Oh, hell no. I would have flown out there. I didn't know it was that dire. They should have called me. Jesus. Sherry Shepherd. I don't believe it.
So basically in the calendar year, Wendy Williams is supposed to return the second week of November. And I'm like, they're going to push it back into the winter. I think they are, because Thanksgiving is going to come up too. Was she's going to skip that?
I think she should just take the rest of the year off and let's try it again in 2022. See if you're feeling better.
And it's really sad because all these people's jobs are relying on this one woman. That's why they're keeping it going, because I just don't get how the staff hasn't put out their resumes or something at this point.
I'm sure they have. I am absolutely sure they have. But depending on how they signed on, they may have pay contracts where it's like, okay, you can say the show's not airing, but you still owe us all this money. Like you still owe your key grip, you still owe your sound guy, you still owe your producer, you still owe Suzanne, you still owe Norman, because I'm sure they're like, okay, if the show doesn't go on, I'm still contracted for this many weeks.
Right. And do you remember those contracts where they had where if you leave, you can't work for another station for this?
Non-compete.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They wouldn't have non-compete because they aren't necessarily talent. Only talent would have non-compete. Like when your show ends, you're just going to go and, key grip somewhere else or boom mic somewhere else. So they don't have the same non-compete as like Wendy would with Fox, where it's like, okay, you can't just leave us 1 year and then start a show on another network.
Well,
now that's what happens to a lot of the VH1 people. They have a 2 or 3 year non-compete where they can't appear on another show or another network. And that's how they get sucked into the Mona Scott Young machine.
Right. You're right. Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll see Wendy this year. I think that's all for our hot topics, y'all.
Child, we see Wendy in a wheelchair more than Rolling Ray.
With that, we will see you sooner than we see Wendy Williams on her own damn show.
And we'll see you sooner than Erica Jane sees the truth.